This comes from the New York Times. In medicine, the power of no. How can we learn to say no? The federal government is now starting to build the institutions that will try to reduce the soaring growth of healthcare cost. There will be a group to compare the effectiveness of different treatments, a so-called Medicare Innovation Center, and a Medicare Oversight Board that can set payment rates. Aren't these the things they promised us they weren't going to do? That they were going to compare the effectiveness of different treatments? Didn't they say they would never get between you and your doctor? Well, what does that mean when they're comparing the effectiveness of treatments? They're like, well, this one's not really effective for the money, but go ahead and do it anyway. We just want to tell you. All of these groups will face the same basic problem. Deep down, Americans tend to believe that more care is better, and we recoil from efforts to restrict care. Managed care became loathed in the 1990s. The recent recommendation to reduce breast cancer screening set off a firestorm on it because it didn't come from doctors. It came from the government. On a personal level, anybody who has made a decision about his or her own care knows the nagging worry that comes from not choosing the most aggressive treatment. This try anything and everything instinct is ingrained in our culture and has come with big benefits, but it also has big downsides, including the side effects and the risks that come with unnecessary treatment. Consider the recent study that found 15,000 people were projected to die eventually from the radiation they received from CAT scans in just a single year. Bull crap. From an economic perspective, healthcare reform will fail if we can't sometimes push back against the try-anything instinct. So figuring how to say no may be the single toughest, most important task facing the people in charge of carrying out healthcare reform. So now what the New York Times is saying to us is, now that the government is in charge, now the New York Times is trying to sell us that we need less healthcare. You hear that? Before they were saying, oh, no, it's not going to affect your health care. It's not going to affect it. You're not going to get less. There's not going to be rationing. What is this? What is this? This is the setup to rationing. Sometimes less is better. I'm so tired of the lies. I am so tired of the lies. I am so tired of the truth not mattering to these people. They don't care. They just don't care about the truth. It amazes me. Because I don't know how people sleep at night. You know, the big push on you is that you're insane and dangerous. The big push now on me, here's the latest one, that I'm only in it for the money and that I don't believe anything that I say. I want you to know. What the hell would I be doing if I wasn't doing this for money? It's my job. I'm a capitalist. I have no problem making money, and my audience doesn't have a problem with people making money. I was poor, and I'm rich, and I may be poor again. It doesn't matter. But I have a right, as long as I am creating something of value, as long as I really take pride in my work, as long as I'm creating something of value, and I'm trying to give you every bit of quality for every dollar that you spend, I want you to have $1.25 in quality. I want you to have entertainment or information, and I say this to you all the time. I promise you, I know how hard you work for your money. Well, I work hard for my time. I work hard for my quality. And everybody here, we bust our ass. Yeah, damn right we're getting rich. And I'm not ashamed of it. But who could possibly sleep at night saying the things that I say and believe the Do you think I want to say these things? Do you think I want my family under threat all the time? Do you think I want... I'm not talking to you. These people just don't care. They don't care about the truth one way or the other. They told us that this would never affect our health care. There would never be rationing. Now the New York Times is softening everything up. They'll go in and let's soften up the ground. You know, we've got a problem in America. We just think more is better. Yeah, you know what? That is a problem in America. It is. But it's my right to choose. More or less, not the government's. These people are just organs. That's all they are. You pick which organ. They're just organs. I go with Wurlitzer. They're just organs for the government. That's all they are. When did that become okay? You know, the only answer, the only real answer is faith, open charity. Our country is so divided. I had Al Sharpton on last night. Couldn't believe that he didn't see the divide. I mean, how do you read poll numbers and not see the divide? He actually said, I got him on record last night, you have a right to speak out. I'm going to go farther. I'm going to say what I said about the Hollywood protesters of the war. They not only have a right to speak out, they have a responsibility. This is America, damn it. We're not France yet. You have a responsibility to speak out, not just a right. But we must come together. And the truth is being painted as hateful. As I wrote in Common Sense, when I predicted this would be happening, I said people will, I can't remember exactly how I phrased it, it was over a year ago, but people will confuse the truth with hate. Don't. The truth can be hard to hear sometimes. But when your doctor tells you you have cancer, he doesn't hate you. Why do all these doctors hate me? They keep telling me that I have cancer. Because they're trying to save you. We could go to a doctor and have him tell us that we have sniffles, and that's what everybody in Washington is doing. Oh, no, keep going, you're fine. I and millions of other Americans are the doctors that are saying, you have cancer, and we can treat it. But it's radical treatment. But if you don't take it, we're going to die. I don't hate you. I don't hate you. We must reach out to those friends of ours, and I know you already have. We must find ways to have civil dialogues with reasonable people. And you're not going to find those in the blogs. You're not going to find those in the media. You're just not. This is going to be oh boy, dare I say it. I don't want, the Huffington Post is going to go after me saying that I'm stirring up hatred and anger and calling people to arms. This is a ground war. And Acorn knows it. The community organizers know it. This is to be fought house by house, in people's kitchens, not with guns, but with faith, hope, which is the truth, and American charity, which is just neighbor helping neighbor.